Time to tap.
Ada, a young girl, sneaks into her father's lab and joins Codeland, a virtual world he is creating. However, she discovers a catastrophic fault. In this action-adventure, players must utilize logical thinking and quick reflexes to help Ada save Codeland by defeating enemies and exploring dungeons. The game includes 5 upgradable skills, a wide range of foes, and warped bosses. Players must solve intriguing coding problems to become the hero, utilizing blocks to develop simple algorithms and learning programming terms through entertaining discussions with charming characters. Tiny Thor is a 16-bit platformer game that follows the Norse hero Mjolnir through difficult stages full of obstacles. The game starts off as a simple platformer, but it rapidly evolves as players earn new skills. The platforming is interspersed by thrilling boss confrontations, each with its own set of rules. To unlock challenge levels, players must master ricocheting hammer throws, acquire unique skills, traverse over 30 original levels spread over 3 separate realms. Spirit Hunter's Infinite Horde is a thrilling roguelite action game in which players battle unrelenting demons with distinct powers and passive attacks. The game has 8 unique characters, each with their own passive skills, as well as a thorough advancement system and a full record of achievements. Players may select from 14 base skills with 2 modifications, take on 9 distinct maps with 3 degrees of difficulty, acquire over 20 pets with special powers, beat over 200 enemy varieties, and test themselves in the optional hardcore mode with permadeath. Play the tough survival mode, in which your goal is to endure until the finish with only 1 life at your disposal. Put your abilities to the test in the exhilarating time attacks mode, where you must complete the game in the least amount of time possible. Take on the perilous towering mode, which involves an infinite ascension, confronting the heights without limits. Immerse yourself in the exciting world of cooperative play with the newly added feature of 2-player simultaneous play, which allows players to go on amazing collaborative adventures. Clementine, a fragile character with amnesia, must escape the great tomb of NAZARICK to reclaim her weapons and abilities. She employs agility, parkour skills, martial arts techniques, and magic spells to navigate her surroundings. As she progresses, she discovers weapons placed throughout the tomb that she can improve to exploit adversaries' weaknesses. Memory fragments dispersed throughout the stages disclose the reality about her condition. Ainzul Gown imprisons Clementine, and she must battle and defeat his servants to reclaim her right to liberty. Akai Katana Shin delivers a dazzling bullet hell experience with an intense blend of challenge and style. The 2D visuals burst with rich detail, from vibrant explosions to sleek enemy designs. Its unique dual-mode gameplay adds thrilling depth switching between fighter and phantom, brings a strategic twist that keeps every moment engaging. The soundtrack drives the action with a pulse-pounding energy, matching the on-screen chaos beautifully. With multiple modes and tight, responsive controls, it's a lovingly crafted shoot-'em-up that rewards skill, focus, and pure arcade adrenaline. Omega Labyrinth is a new roguelike RPG in which players may upgrade their bust with each beaten monster. Players may explore dungeons with various chambers and objects, upgrade their equipment, and utilize their skills to battle enemies. Players may also enjoy the finer things of life, including tending to flowers and renovating the academy. Players can adjust the academy's atmosphere in a relaxed manner by planting seeds in the garden, cultivating flowers, or changing the decor. Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector builds on the original with a more detailed universe, deeper mechanics, and greater storyline. Set in the Starward Belt, you'll explore space stations, avoid a ruthless gang boss, and lead a crew. The dice-based system returns with stress mechanisms, making each decision more stressful. While certain aspects appear undeveloped owing to the extended scale, the emotive storyline and character depth stand out. It's a riveting, thought-provoking sequel that builds on its predecessor with a fascinating blend of strategy, survival, and narrative depth.
You should pity the villain. It means you should be...
Arcadia Fallen is a wonderfully designed visual novel that combines compelling plot and important player choices. The game's graphic style is amazing, with colorful character designs and expressive animations that bring the fantasy world to life. The protagonist is totally customizable, allowing for intense personal immersion, and the diverse ensemble is expertly crafted, making every encounter feel genuine. The voice acting enhances the emotional depth, and the soundtrack wonderfully complements the experience. Arcadia Fallen, with its blend of romance, magic, and self-discovery.
Alchemist.
Nobunaga Oda, a young woman with great swordsmanship, emerges from a chaotic temple. The squad demonstrates their abilities by slaying adversaries with their swords and eliminating opponents with their ninjutsu skills. The devoted heart method, which is used to unify samurai and ninja, boosts their skills. The game has exciting combat that allow players to defeat the Demon Lord and build unbreakable relationships with their ninja partners. This exhilarating action game is headed by a strong female heroine who is proficient at sword fighting. Great God Grove is a one-of-a-kind point-and-click adventure that transports players to a fantastical planet on the verge of doom. As a divine courier, you must travel a realm populated by eccentric gods and strange animals, utilizing a new system to gather and deploy speech bubbles to solve puzzles and resolve divine disputes. The game's vivid graphic design and compelling music add to its appeal, while the humor-infused narrative keeps you interested throughout. With many endings and hidden mysteries, Great God Grove provides a unique and engaging experience.
Just how I like it.
Rad, a young child who spends too much time playing video games, discovers himself in his old console, Dusty, and sets out on a mission to preserve a rotting jungle world from corruption. The game includes a range of weaponry such as the Bolt Blaster and Phoenix Cannon. Dusty, who fixes flaws in the running game world, is the only one who can enter the Pixelverse, a perilous space-time breaking location. Classic Easter eggs and new additions such as two-player couch co-op. Battle mode, new characters, powers, minigames, overworld, stages, and mysteries are all included. Scrap Riders is a future cyberpunk adventure game in which players take on the role of Rast, a member of the Scrap Riders, an outlaw motorcycle gang. The game transports players across barren wastelands and sprawling metropolises governed by corporations. As a smuggler with a keen wit, players must overcome the difficulties of this post-apocalyptic world. The game has classic adventure gameplay, cutting comedy, a beat-em-up style, character growth and progression, a deep narrative with substantial mythology, original music written specifically for Scrap Riders, and challenging puzzles. Kaiju Wars is a superbly designed turn-based strategy game that evokes the excitement of vintage monster films. Playing as the underdog military against overwhelming kaiju results in intense strategic conflicts in which every action matters. The pixel art design exudes charm, and the game's comedy keeps things cheerful despite the impending disaster. Customizable troops and unexpected monster behavior keep each combat interesting. The campaign provides plenty of variety, and the challenge keeps you interested. If you enjoy strategy games and giant monsters, this is a unique and rewarding game. Genesis Noir is an enthralling voyage through time, space, and a jazz-infused mystery. Its hand-drawn, monochromatic visual style is amazing and creates a mood unlike any other. The game's abstract storytelling combines cosmic concepts with a noir detective plot, making each moment feel weird and lyrical. Puzzles are both intuitive and thought-provoking, favoring discovery over irritation. The audio is superb, perfectly complementing the surreal imagery. It's a game that feels more like an experience, beautiful, distinctive, and completely engrossing from start to end. 1000X Resist is a science fiction adventure set in a post-apocalyptic future where humanity's survival is at danger. The game depicts the rise of the All-Mother and her sisters, a society founded by Iris, who overcomes a lethal sickness brought on by the occupants. Iris, who is immortal, leads the sisters in a struggle against the occupants from an underground bunker known as the Orchard. The game provides a one-of-a-kind storytelling experience, combining several perspectives and genres to keep players rethinking all they know. Turok 3 Shadows of Oblivion Restored is a fantastic first-person shooter that has been restored for current gaming platforms. The game has improved gameplay, high-resolution visuals, lighting, and controls, elevating the Turok trilogy to new heights. Players assume the character of Turok, a famous warrior, and must cross huge settings packed with deadly animals and difficult foes. The game has better visuals and sound design, bringing every scene to life in amazing realism. Players can participate in violent firefights, solve difficult riddles, and cross perilous. Ed Miller, a writer who survived a vehicle accident in Brody Canyon, begins on a quest to discover the truth about his fateful day. Inspired by Alfred Hitchcock's renowned film Vertigo, the novel delves into the human mind and reality, blurring the lines between reality and crazy. The story revolves around intrigue, manipulation, and obsession, with 3 distinct individuals each telling their own version of events. Players go through many time frames to uncover the truth and unravel the web of false recollections, paying tribute to classic thrillers. As an AI escorting a trapped xenobiologist across an exotic ocean, you begin on an incredible quest to discover its mysteries and buried past. As you explore the ocean, you come across amazing animals and utilize your AI skills to study their behavior and biology. As you put together the world's past, you'll discover old ruins and forgotten civilizations. However, the trek is fraught with hazards such as dangerous currents, violent creatures, and strange events. Your companion looks to you for direction and support as you manage these hazards. Dungeon of the Endless is an award-winning rogue-like dungeon defense game in which players must protect a wrecked ship's generator while traversing an ever-expanding dungeon. The game involves a group of heroes who are dispatched to the Auriga system, an unknown planet that was formerly home to a large settlement of the Endless, the galaxy's roaming ancestors. The ship disintegrates, leaving the surviving prisoners damaged but temporarily alive. They realize they've crashed through an endless facility, which leads to an ancient dungeon. A young girl named Flay is tied in the fate of the Aztec Empire, which is annihilated every 4,000 years. Fella sets out on a risky trip to explore the difficult geography of the Aztec civilization, confronting wild monsters and contending with the mystery of a planet on the verge of extinction. This Aztec-inspired puzzle adventure challenges players to steer Flay through a maze of hazards by solving difficult puzzles and utilizing the unique powers of totems. The game features a fascinating cycle of trial and error, complemented by magnificent visuals and evocative soundscapes. Yars Recharged combines aspects of arcade action, adventure, and shoot-'em-up, interrupted by periods of bullet hell. Players must penetrate complicated opponent defenses while always mindful of potential dangers. In arcade mode, there are 30 strong foes to defeat, and each has just 1 life. Mission mode has 30 different bosses with a worldwide leaderboard, and players must face them directly or use minor cores to get to the main monster. When destroyed, power-ups are released, and Yars Recharged allows for local co-op action in both arcade and mission modes. Hammer Kid is an epic adventure game in which players must journey through 4 magical worlds, each with its own set of obstacles and magnificent scenery. Players must complete 40 large levels while confronting a plethora of clever and scary adversaries. Hidden riches may be found around the globe, and players must gather green and red gems to unlock improvements and mysteries. The game has a retro music, taking players back to the golden age of gaming. The game is a fascinating journey for vintage aficionados, demonstrating the power of a hammer to overcome hardship.
Every cycle you take your...
Being a sleeper, you are a digitized human consciousness housed in an artificial body controlled by an enterprise. To survive and thrive, you must form friendships, work hard, and negotiate the weird Metropolis's factions. The game employs dice clocks and drives to help you navigate the station and discover secrets. You must choose which characters to assist and roll your dice to gain access to decades of digital data and secrets stored in the station's cloud. Citizen Sleeper delves into concepts of precarity, personhood, and freedom in a highly current sci-fi scenario.
They don't own you anymore.
MARSUPILAMI HOOBADVENTURE is an exciting new adventure set in Palambaya, where three marsupilamis, Punch, Twister, and Hope, unintentionally release a curse upon all animals. The marsupilamis are resistant to the spell, but they must face it to break it. And Totally Forgotten Realm has reappeared. Introducing new hungry opponents and creative gaming aspects, players must complete 26 levels over the 3 basic worlds, as well as 10 more in the secret dino world. The game offers gorgeous graphics, a bright art style, and fascinating soundtrack, as well as a new tough mode. Paradise Killer is a game set in an alternate reality in which alien devotees possess psychic abilities that attract demons, resulting in corruption. The Council, a group of extraterrestrial devotees, is assassinated on the eve of rebirth, destroying paradise. Lady Love dies. An exiled investigator is sent to find the perpetrator. The case presents issues about the difference between facts and truths. The latest version of Paradise Killer includes new music, mysterious entities, missions, starlight skins. The game is set in an alternate future past rife with enigmatic knowledge and mysteries. Embracelet is a puzzle adventure game set in a Norwegian town where a little boy named Jesper discovers an old bracelet with intriguing abilities. He sets out on a journey to discover the bracelet's origins and the mystery identity of its previous owner. The game takes players on a journey across the beautiful landscapes of a northern Norwegian island, solving riddles with the bracelet's mysterious abilities. Along the journey, players build new acquaintances and make decisions that influence the story's ending. Effie is a 3D action-adventure game that combines traditional genre aspects like battle, platforming, and puzzles with a larger environment to explore. Galand, the protagonist, is a young man who wants to reclaim his youth after a witch curses him with premature aging. The towns of Oblivion are under the sway of a tremendous black magic, and Galand wields a magical shield called Runestone to combat evil. Galen needs this shield to defend himself, battle, and surf over the red grassland. In an undiscovered galaxy, a lone explorer falls on a planet containing an old extraterrestrial mystery. They start on a perilous adventure, facing a variety of challenges like as starvation, cosmic storms, hostile vegetation, and the inexplicable substance known as the ooze. Each planet provides distinct obstacles, affected by characteristics like as closeness to the sun. Residual is a non-violent survival experience with bright pixel imagery and lighthearted puzzles. They race against the clock to repair the damaged spaceship, unearth ancient mysteries, or assemble data entries. As a Rebel Alliance special operative, your job is to breach the Empire's defenses, circumvent their security systems, and obtain knowledge on their army's strengths, vulnerabilities, and deployment plans. Obtain access to restricted regions and acquire knowledge about the Empire's troops, weaponry, and commanders. You will utilize stealth, deceit, and strategic thinking. Your ability to think on your feet, adapt to shifting conditions, and outmaneuver the Empire's soldiers is critical to your survival. The destiny of the galaxy is on your shoulders, and the Force will help you succeed. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!